everyone, welcome to my channel Tailored by Faiza. Today we will be trying to make a Gharara out of this beautiful fabric. It is a block print fabric. I found it on Amazon. They are already available in 3 yards pre-cut fabric. This is 42 inches wide and 3 yards of fabric. So basically 108 inches long and 42 inches wide. The length I'm trying to take out of this is around 37 inches, the ready length, and the size that it will easily fit is small to medium. For large size, I would say, I'm trying to keep it very simple. It's a casual wear, daily wear Gharara that you can easily wear in casual parties. So I'll keep it simple. I will be using very basic techniques to sew it up. So if you have a sewing machine, if you have some sewing skills, you should be able to do it. But if you want to size up from medium, then there's a little bit of things that you need to add on the upper part that makes it more flexible for the bodies to move around. So this technique should work for kids, tweens, teens, up to size small and medium. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so this is a directional print. As you can see that the paisleys are facing this way, and when we open it, they are facing down. So whenever you're dealing with a directional print, you have to make sure before you cut any pattern that all the direction is either upwards or either downwards. So that's what we have to make sure. If you're not dealing with a directional fabric, awesome, you can take the entire length out for the gathers in the Gharara, and that's so easy. You will have no joints. But in this one, I'm bound to put in some joints because of the print of the fabric. So what I'm going to do is I'll try to explain over here. This is double folded, as you can see. Sorry for shaking the camera. Okay, so as you can see, this is double folded. This is the length of width of the fabric. I'm sorry, this is the width of the fabric, and that is the length of the fabric. So over there is a fold. It's folded into half. And then what we are going to do is that we are folding in a way that they're overlapping each other. So there'll be 3 layers over here. So let's say like this, equally. I'm doing it equally. Again, the length I'm taking out is 36 to 37 inches. So like so. So this was already folded. And then what I'm doing is I'm equally putting it like so. So instead of doing it into another half, what I'm doing is folding it one time like this and then one time like this. All right, I'm going to set it up and then I'll cut it from here and here so that I have 6 layers of fabric. Then I'll make sure that all the paisleys are facing up, and then I'll cut the fabric. I'll be drafting the upper part and do the gathers. So my fabric is now equally distributed, and as I mentioned that I'm overlapping it, so you have to make sure that they're all equal inside. So now I have all settled down. You can iron it. This is a cotton fabric, so it should not be a problem. So these are all settled. Now I'm going to cut from here and cut from there. So basically the fabric that you can see over here is one layer of fabric, and that's how I'm going to adjust all the layers. So here we have all the fabric, and now I have 6 layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So these are 6 layers of fabric. Now we'll separate the 4 layers of fabric for the gathers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And with these 2 layers, the rest of the 2 layers, we will be doing the upper part. And these 4 layers are for the gathers. So we'll separate this for now, and then I'll tell you how to do this. So these are 4 layers of fabric. We'll put them aside, and these are the 2 layers of fabric, 1 and 2. Now we'll separate these 2 layers as well. We'll take one layer and you'll fold it like this, the widthwise, just like so, and fold it again one more time, just like this. So now this is the width that you need for your crotch area. And if this is less, then you have to put a joint over here. So in my case, this is less for a size small to medium, so I will be putting a joint. That's why I have the another layer. As you can see, this is less, so I'll be putting a joint, make the extend the fabric, and then I'll draft. After drafting the upper part, whatever the leftover fabric is, I'll join them in the gather fabric so that we can have as many gathers as possible. So let's, first of all, I'm going ahead and attaching this fabric, making sure that the print of the fabric are all in one direction. All the paisleys are facing up, like this. So this is, I'm going to join it. This is how I'm going to join it. Then I'll put it in 4-fold and draft the upper part. Since it's a directional fabric, so I have to make sure when I'll be putting up the joints that I do not sew it like this. As you can see that some paisleys are going up and some are going down. When I'll be putting these together, I have to make sure that I join it on this edge. This edge should be joining to this edge so that it looks like one continuous fabric. All right, so I'm going to do it off camera and then I'll tell you how to draft. Okay, so this is where I've put the joint in two fabrics. I'm sorry, this is where I've put the joint, and now I'm folding it in a way that this is 2 layers of fabric. I'm trying to take around 16 inches of fabric when I'll put it into four layers of fabric. So that means I have to make sure this is 32 inches. 1 more inch. Okay, this is good for me. Now we'll fold it again. So the reason why I've done it like this is so that this extra fabric that we have can be used in other things. We can put it to increase the gathers, or we can use it in the belt or anything around. So we are not going to waste this fabric to fold it entirely and then fold it again into 4 layers. This fabric will be wasted. This way you can make most of this fabric. So set it up like this. Again, if you're making a size more than this, then you can have a little more over here, or you can just fold it into 4 layers without saving any fabric. There you go. Now I have 4 layers of fabric. And before cutting it, I advise you that you take one of the trousers. This is a small to medium sized trouser. Put it like this. This is the fold of the fabric and this is the fold of the trouser. Put it like this, and as you can see, this is where I'm going to be cutting it. So as you can see, this is a couple of inches more than what a trouser is. This is around 3.5 inches more. So this is exactly how much I'm going to take. Because Ghararas are supposed to be, I'm not making like a Gharara Pant, so I like it loose over here. So this will accommodate for the seam allowance, as well as it will add the needed width to the upper part of this. So you can just do it like this. You can put it one of the trousers like this and just take around 3 to 4 inches more and cut it from here. These are 4 layers of fabric, and then we'll cut the upper part. This one we put it aside. Alright, so this is my fabric all set in folders 1, 2, 3, and 4 over here, and this is the folded side. Now what we'll do is that we'll take 3 inches inside from there. So this is the 3 inches that I have more. I've taken from here, not from this side. Remember, I'm keeping it simple. So I've taken 3 inches out from here, and from this point down, 1 inch will be the belt. From this point down, I'm taking 13.5 inches for the crotch length over here, and over here I'll give the turning, the round, the crotch. So this is my crotch, and over here we'll mark for the knee measurement, knee round measurement. You can take 9.5, 10 inches if you like it loose. If you like it like Gharara Pant, then you can take it even less, let's say 8 inches, but I like it loose. There, this is how we are going to cut it. Put these aside. Now this is the top of your Gharara. This only has a belt to be attached over here, and at the bottom we'll do the gathers. So let's put this aside. How you sew it is that you will sew the crotch from this side and on this side, and you will not sew this thing. You'll only sew this and this. Then we'll put the gathers and then we'll sew it all together. This side we'll sew it all together with the gathers. So I'm going to go ahead and sew the crotch, this side and this side. Okay, so I have sewed the crotch from this side and this side. It's pretty simple because the front and back cutting is not different. So now we'll do the gathers and then we'll put the belt, and it'll be ready. First we'll put the gathers and then we'll sew it down there. So let's put this one aside and let's do the gathers. Alright, so now we have these fabric, the 4 layers of fabric that we had. So let's open these. We'll take out 2 of these and we'll combine them together, 2 layers, 1 and 2. So we'll separate 2 and we'll take this one. These are 2 layers, 1 and 2, making sure that the direction is all in one direction, either up or down. I'll go join these together and then I'll tell you how to put the gathers in the Gharara. So now the paisleys are going up and this way. So the front is facing the front and paisleys are going up. We'll join these together so that we have one long piece, and then we'll put the gathers. Alright, so we have put the joins. This is where I have joined the fabric, and then the little bit of it that was left from the from drafting the Gharara body in the upper part, there was a few inches left. That also I joined in this fabric just to make sure that I can get as many gathers as possible. So that joint is over here. Now what you'll do is that you will mark the center point of this. Mark the center point of this. Equally set them like so. And now this is the center. So this is where I'm going to make a notch right here. Alright, so this is the center and these are the 2 ends of it. Now, let's put this one aside. Let's take the Gharara. This is the body of the Gharara, and this is where you have to put the gathers. So this is one end, this is the other end, and this is the center of it. When you put it like this, you are going to fold it like this and make a notch over here. So let's open it like so, and then this is the right side of the fabric and this is the right side of the fabric. So we take this one end over here and we'll pin it. Now if you have a directional fabric, you have to make sure that the direction of paisleys are all going up, and then the other end goes over here on this other end. Pin this up over here, and now the middle notch of the Gharara body to the middle notch of this fabric, the gathering fabric, let's call it the gathering fabric. So let's find the midpoint of this, and then this is the midpoint of the Gharara body, and the midpoint of this is right here. So we are going to put it like so and pin it up, match the notches and pin it up. Now with all this fabric, this is the amount of fabric that will be gathered on one side, and this is the amount of fabric that will be gathered on other side. Now you can use the pins to put the gathers on I'll show you if that is easier for you, or you can just directly keep sewing it when you take it to the machine. So let me put it with the pin so that you have a better idea about it. So the trick is to start from there, and then you come to the midpoint, give a little bit of gathers over there, and then a little bit of gathers over here from the midpoint in that direction, so that they are equally distributed. This is the fabric joint, and I'm taking it in a gather so that it's not too visible. So it's done until the half point. Now I'll do the same thing on the other half point, and then we'll sew it. So this is the entire gathers. The whole fabric has been gathered, so I will sew it right here, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side, and then I'll tell you how to sew it all together. Now the gathers are done. So the gathers are done on both sides, as you can see. These are the gathers on both sides. And now what we'll do is that we'll match the crotch with the crotch and the gathers with the gathers, like so, and the bottom with the bottom, this way. So we'll start sewing from here all the way up, all the way in the crotch, and on the other side, and this way this will be done from this area all the way across. And then we'll attach the elastic band over here. You can do half elastic band or the full elastic band, whatever is comfortable for you, and then it will be ready. Now, if you have to put any lace over here on the knee area, you can do it now before you put this all together. This you will sew all together just like you sew a trouser in one go. This is the simplest way of putting the gathers and putting up a gharara. This is a cotton gharara casual wear. So if you have to put a lace, you can do it now, and then, or a top stitch or whatever you want to do over here, you can do it now, and then you can sew it all the way across to finish it up. But I'm not putting any lace, I just like the way it is. So I'll just go ahead and sew it from all the way over here on the crotch and over there. Since there is no front and back cutting, so it's going to be pretty simple to sew it up together. Alright, so it's all ready now. I have hemmed the bottom, just a regular hem, and I've attached the belt, and I'm putting the elastic now. So this is the final look of the Gharara. Super simple, very elegant, and you should give it a try. I hope this video is going to help you. Let me know in the comments below, how do you like it? Connect with me on social media platforms, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.